This is episode 91. Do you want to know of a simple way to improve your keyword rankings while also taking up more space in the SERPs? My recommendation to you is to try FAQ Schema. In this episode, I will go over how I create them for my clients so you can too. Welcome to the Calm Marketer Podcast. My name is Kenneth Fong, a digital marketer on a mission to help businesses thrive. I'll bring you on my marketing journey where you'll get to learn from my experiences as an INFP navigating an extroverted world and get actionable marketing tips for your business. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. The other week, I was having a conversation with one of my clients, and he brought up a particular search term, a phrase that he was ranking on the first page for, but just recently his keyword ranking started to go down. And I took a deep dive into this issue, and I took a look at the top 10 pages that were ranking well for that particular search term and tried to see what those top 10 pages were doing and provide my client with some recommendations on what we could do for his page to kind of improve his keyword ranking performance. And one of the things that I noticed was that there were a handful of pages that were on the first page of Google that had FAQ markup showing in the SERPs. One that really stood out to me was the one that was ranking number one. I think they had about six FAQ snippets, six questions. And the way the FAQ markup is generated is, there's questions right below your listing, and there's an arrow, and you click on the arrow to reveal the answer to that question. And I thought that was pretty neat in terms of how that kind of appeared in the Google SERPs. And so I recommended to my client to create an FAQ section on that page and create JSON LD format FAQ to incorporate on the page so that we have an FAQ snippet show up for our listing. And so the plan was to come up with questions that my client could answer. And what I did was I looked through the competitor and I pulled those questions from the competitor. And I also did some keyword research using SEMrush. And under the keyword report, under questions, you'll see a list of questions ranked by volume, search volume. So then I picked the most relevant ones and I compiled, I think, maybe 10-ish questions. And I sent that over to my client and he wrote up the answers. And I also made sure that he had a link to the competitor with the FAQ on their page. And I instructed my client to read the answers that his competitor provided and try to come up with better answers than the competitor. And he came to me with, the answers to the questions. And I put that FAQ section on the page. And I went along to create the JSON LD markup. And so if you go to technicalseo.com and you go to the schema generator on the left-hand side, you can select which schema.org markup you would like to create. So you click on the FAQ page, and on this page, you put the question and you put the answer. And this tool will automatically generate a JSON LD script for you, and easy peasy. So you have the code already. And next, what you need to do is go to the WordPress site and install the footer and header script plugin. Let me make sure that's the right name for you. Yeah, header and footer scripts. So header and footer scripts plugin for WordPress is a really cool tool that will allow you to put scripts on a page-by-page basis. So you need to install that header and footer scripts WordPress plugin and go to the page that you want to add the JSON LD script to and just copy and paste it. So that's all you do. So you put the FAQ on the actual page itself, and then you put the JSON LD on the back end. And lo and behold, a few days later, his FAQ markup actually showed up and his keyword rankings increased as well. So that was a really, really easy win for my client that's visible, right? That's really cut clear. So you can send the screenshot to your client and say, hey, your FAQ markup is showing and it's ranking higher than it was before. So that's a great win. The only thing that you need to be concerned about is whether or not the FAQ markup is needed for whatever search query you want to rank for. All right, so you need to do some manual work and see if other competitors are incorporating FAQ markup to determine whether or not you should be doing that as well. And in terms of the searcher intent, if this is more of a higher level intent, more of an awareness intent, people wanting to just find more information, FAQ markup is a great tactic to incorporate for those pages as well. So hopefully you thought this was helpful. Definitely give it a shot. And I will include the links to that JSON LD markup generator in the show notes. And with that said, I want to invite you to ask me any marketing questions. If you want to work with me, if you want to collaborate, go to bit.ly/the calm marketer. That's bit.ly/the calm marketer. And you can connect with me on that page. So go there if you want to connect, or just send me any comments or questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. So with that said, I will speak to you on the next episode.